Greetings and salutations, it's BiggieJDM, and in today's video we venture down to Brands Hatch to see a young aspiring driver with endless potential racing in the Ginetta Juniors final. This video is going to be so awesome, you do not want to miss it. Greetings and salutations, it's BiggieJDM, and we are at Brands Hatch for the Ginetta Juniors supporting Archie Clark brand, and it's not time attack. Wow, it's fantastic. Listen, it's going to be absolutely awesome. We're going to go and see Archie and Ollie Clark and the family, see how he's getting on and see how the final race goes. Let's go. Look at it. I'm good. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look who it is.
How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Wow, look at this.
We related.
We are. Can you not tell the resemblance?
Brother from another mother.
We are. Oh, yeah.
Sweet. I'm good, mate. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you as well.
Look at this good looking guy. Look at this crew as well. Wow.
Racing tonight.
How's it going?
Good, mate. Yeah. We're just here at Brands supporting Arch.
Yes.
So this is his final race of the season in Juniors.
Yes. I said we're going to make it.
Yeah, that's wicked. That's so cool you're here. You've made it. That's wicked.
Wow. So how did the first race go?
So he had a sixth in that last race.
Okay.
Fastest lap.
Good.
One race to go.
Yeah.
So he's got his ears pinned back and his head down.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Really
We're going to go and speak to the man of the moment right now as well. Wow. Look at this. Let's go. So before we went on to speak to Archie, Mrs. Biggie was invited to sit in the new Ginetta G56 that will be featuring next season. And by the looks of things, she quite enjoyed it. I wonder if we can persuade her to invest in the GT3 RS. We'll see. And with the man of the moment, Archie Clark, all grown, about to do an amazing final. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good.
So we've had to come down today to see you because we think you're going to race fantastic today. Can you tell me a little about the race earlier, how it panned out and what you expect for the afternoon?
Yeah, it was tricky. I got a really good start, gained a few positions, and then I made one little mistake in the middle of a race, costing me a few, and then I managed to gain one back at the end. Yeah. So I ended up in 6th, but I'm happy. It was quite a scrappy session, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. Well, you know, we have a motto here, and L doesn't mean lose, it means learn. So whatever you learn from your mistake, you know, you're going to rectify in the afternoon. How's the season been for you?
Tricky.
Yes.
It's been difficult. We've had a lot of issues and difficulties, but I've really enjoyed it. So. Yeah? Yeah.
Awesome. So for those who probably don't know about Ginetta Junior racing, how many races are there? And how does it, like, you know, how is it in comparison to time attack? Is there, how many rounds are there? And
so there are 8 rounds.
Yes.
And then every round there's 3 races, apart from one which there's 4,
yes,
which is the special one.
Okay.
And then it's just across all the big tracks across the country.
Okay. So is it the same format? So do you have like qualifying, warm up?
Yeah. So
or warm up, qualifying, then
2 days testing before the race.
Yeah.
And then we've got qualifying on Saturday.
Yes.
And then 1 race on Sunday. Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday we've got 2 races.
Wow. Okay.
So it's quite busy. But
yeah, it's awesome. So where's your car at the moment? Is it? Yeah, so what we're going to do now, hopefully, we can go and have a look at your car, look at the spec, see what you're running, how it's specified to you, and then we can go from there. Yeah, are you excited today?
Really excited. Yeah. Last race of the season, so I'm really
confident.
I'm going to give it my best.
Yeah, good. And that's all you can do. Yeah, and we're going to be rooting for you.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Right. So Archie, tell me a bit about this Ginetta. I mean, we looked at it, it's fantastic, it's beautiful. A G56.
Well, to start with, it's loads of fun.
Yeah?
It's really, really good. It's got a big V8 and it's got like instant power.
Yeah. Wow, so we like that, don't we?
Yeah, we love a V8.
Yeah, so it's naturally aspirated, no turbo.
Yeah.
So I guess you had a chance to drive this around, did you?
Yeah, it's mega. It's so much fun, yeah.
So how does this differ to your Ginetta, or the Ginetta that you drive?
Well, steering wheel's on the wrong side, and it's got a lot more power. That's the biggest difference, to be honest.
So was it manual, DSG, paddle shift? Cool, it's fantastic. So where did you race this?
So I had a test day around Brighton Park with it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was really, really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mega.
Cool, it's fantastic. I love the colour, I love the big wing and stuff. So what Ginetta is the one that you drive?
So I drive a G40.
Yes.
That's like a smaller version, like one for youngsters.
Yes.
And that's really good as well.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a scaled down version of this.
Cool.
It's really good.
So how many years of juniors do you have? Do you have one more year, or do you just stay in the juniors until you're 16, is it?
You can start when you're, I think it's 14, then you can end at like 17, so I've got, maybe I can do 2 more years, I think, but I don't think I will.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it though.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. I really, really appreciate that, and I hope the viewers at home can get more of an insight into the Ginetta racing too.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see your car, and that's what we're going to do next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Right, so right about now I'm with Alejandro, and he is the marketing manager for the Ginetta Cup, so we're just going to speak to him. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Great, so tell me a little bit about this Ginetta G56.
So, this is the brand new car for the 2025 season. It's replacing the V6 GT Pro car. So, instead of a V6, it's been tuned up. This is now a GT4 chassis with the GT4 engine and gearbox.
Wow.
Rather than the 500 horsepower, it's tuned down to 400 for season-long reliability, but still naturally aspirated 400 horsepower V8. What more can you ask for?
It's absolutely fantastic, and we know that Archie loves it as well. So, having had experience with a Ginetta G55, and that was case-swapped, I know this has got a V8. How does that differ to the 55 and the junior cars that drive?
So, the G55 is probably one of the most successful GT4 cars in GT racing history.
Yes.
And obviously after you have your homologation period, you need to come up with a new car. So
yes.
It's based off of the successes of that. The G56 has taken all the good stuff and put it into the new set of homologation rules.
Wow.
It's just taken the learnings, improved on them as best we can. Yeah, we've got the new car just for its own GT Championship series, one make series. But if you buy the car and you want to then do GT4, because it's GT4 homologated chassis, bring it back to the factory and we can turn it into a GT4 car, and you can do all the SRO or any other GT4 championship races. So I believe it's a dual clutch X-Track gearbox, so paddle shift, exactly the same as the GT4 car. Brakes, I believe, are also the same as the GT4 car, but to keep the cost down, you've got things like the actual normal wheel studs rather than the centre locking wheel caps.
Okay, right, okay, yeah. Wow. So when it comes to pit stopping, then does that take longer then? Or it just depends on the pit crew, right?
Yeah, well, the idea is you shouldn't have to change tyres during the 40-minute feature race, but there is a pit stop in the 40-minute feature race, so you can drive a swap if you have a driver to swap with. If not, you can do it all on your own.
Okay.
And there's one feature race, one sprint race for next season.
Wow, okay, wow, that's fantastic. So with the Ginetta Cup racing, how does that differ to the other racing at brand sites, such as like endurance racing, time attack, etc.?
So the endurance racing, like right now we've got the British GT race on. That's an hour long. They've got refueling, they've got pit stops. They don't do sprint races, so we do one 20-minute sprint race and one 40-minute sprint race, feature race, sorry, with the pit stop. Our GT Academy racing and the junior racing are just 20-minute sprint races, no pit stop, no driver changes, no refueling, anything like that. Nice and simple. This gets the drivers ready for British GT, for the endurance racing. So they have the experience of sprint racing, they come and do this, they have the experience of, okay, what's a pit stop, what's a driver change? And the teams that come through, we've got teams that run junior cars and GT championship cars. Maybe they can take them to GT4 and they'll have that experience to go from that straight to British GT or any other GT endurance racing. Yes,
wow, that is absolutely fantastic. That is very informative and we really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the interview.
No, you're very welcome.
Beautiful car.
Very happy to have you.
Beautiful car, wow. Now we're just just going into the Elite Motorsport garage where all their cars are situated and all the race teams and the crew are working on the Ginettas. Now, this is Archie's car. Look at this. Fantastic. Archie, tell me a little bit about your car. This is absolutely, I love the colour, I love the livery. It's fantastic. Tell me a bit about it.
So, obviously, it's painted in a very nice blue.
Yeah.
And it's been looked after by this amazing man here. His name's Alfie. So it's got a Ford Z-Tech 1.8 litre engine.
Okay.
Sequential gearbox.
Okay.
Just road tyres, and it's a space frame chassis, so it's quite strong and rigid. And then it's got a fiberglass shell on it.
Okay, so it's nice and light then, is it?
Yeah. I think the car on its own weighs 850 kilos. And
850 kilos?
Yeah.
Wow.
So with a driver, I think it's 910.
Yeah.
That's the weight limit. So it's a really good car to drive, and I really enjoyed it.
Wow, that's awesome. So this is a 2 litre C-Tech engine,
1.8.
1.8 litre C-Tech engine. Yeah. So what Ford would that be out of then? Would that be out of the one of the old Focuses? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. That's awesome. So how fast is it?
So I think it tops out at about 120.
120 brake horsepower. Okay, good.
No, miles an hour.
120 miles an hour?
It's got 100 horsepower.
Wow, 100 horsepower. That's awesome. That's
on a good day.
Yeah, on a good day, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you've got a heavy foot, so you can set it to about 250, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's your favourite aspect about this car, Archie?
My favourite aspect, I say, it's probably not so much driving it, but when there's all these cars together, and because they're so equal, it makes really good racing.
Yes.
Just driving it with other people, doing that, it makes it really good fun.
Yes.
And you learn a lot from driving it.
Okay. Wow. So how does your team support you then with with racing this, and what preparations do you have to make?
All sorts of data.
Yes.
So after a session, they download all the data from the car. And then they go through the graph and tell you where you're slower or where you're faster. And they've got a little camera in the car here.
Okay.
Which would then show you all your lines and stuff and tell you if you're going wrong there or going right. And then they can obviously help you with setup on the car as well.
Wow, that's awesome. That is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I love the whole livery, the design and everything about this car. Let's have a look at the interior. Tell me a bit about the inside.
So, it's quite small, as you can see. Not too much going on. There's no ABS, traction control. You've got brake bias in here.
Yes.
You've got, obviously, all 3 pedals, as it should be. You've got sequential gearbox, you've got all your displays, so like your lap time, your temperature, you've got all of that. You've got all the important stuff, and then there's no passenger seat, because that's just a lead tray, because in racing you want to be as light as possible.
Yes.
But when we do test days, they normally put a passenger seat in case you want to bring an instructor around with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really fantastic. That's awesome. So, I guess all these Ginettas, or everyone in the Ginetta Juniors Cup, do they have the same engine then?
Everyone's got the same engine, so these, if you go along all 4 of these cars, they'll all be exactly the same.
Right, okay.
Most cars on the grid are identical. So it's really good racing.
Wow, yeah. So what makes one car faster than the other? Is it just down to weight, driver skill, or?
Driver skill, like having a good setup on your car.
Yes.
That can be quite a big thing. Yeah. That's like the main things, but.
Okay. And how many cars compete in the Ginetta Junior Championship?
So this year, I think there's been a total of 26.
Okay.
But in the final round, there's only 18 of us, 19 of us.
Cool.
But yeah, it's really good racing.
Awesome. So final question then. Who are your main competitors? Who are you racing against? Like, who's your main competitor?
Main competitors? I just like to race anybody, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone on the grid's good to race against.
Cool. And if you can give one piece of advice to anybody in your age, or somebody who's seen Ginetta Juniors Cup, and wants to get into it, what advice would you give?
I'd say go and give the Ginetta scholarship a go.
Yeah.
It's a really good day. You get to drive many different juniors, and it's really good to learn like all about the different teams and the different ways they set up their car. It's just a really good day overall.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. Archie, you've been fantastic. And we wish you all the best today. Like,
thank you.
You know, we just want to see some awesome driving. Wherever you, I mean, we'll actually on the podium, but wherever you are, we're still proud of you. And all the best. Give it your all today, yeah?
I will.
Yeah,
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you very much. Right, so I'm with Archie's mechanic, Alfie. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, tell me a little about how you support Archie with the Ginetta and how we make him the fastest out of all the Ginettas.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much do everything on the car apart from repair and bodywork. Really. Yeah, so it's always just upkeep of everything that moves: wheel bearings, drive shafts, engines, diffs, gearboxes. Everything always has to be as quick as it can be. Yeah, it's just sort of constant doing that, really.
Yeah. So how long have you worked with Ginettas for?
I've only been with Elite since the start of the year.
Yeah.
But I've been a mechanic now for nearly 5 years.
Cool.
So yeah.
So does Archie work you then, does he, or is he? Yeah. Does he maintain the car? Is he a careful driver?
He is, to be fair. He's always good on damage. He's only ever had one big crash and it wasn't down to him. So yeah, he's always been good. It always comes back in one piece. They'll do a bonnet or something like that every now and then, but it's just standard stuff.
Wow.
He's usually really good on it. The car has been pretty quick all the time usually. So yeah.
So how does, I mean, the same question I asked Archie, they're all the same engine, and you know, there are rules, etc. There are criteria, there are classes. How would one differ from another Ginetta in speed setup to make it more faster than the other? Like, what can you do that's within the boundaries of the rules?
Ideally, they are all the same, and it is just about, you know, each team has different engineers and is doing different things. It's all just setup wise, really. It comes down to literally just the driving setup. So obviously it's a junior series. It's for drivers on their entry level, and it's really down to, you know, the driver being the best. So yeah, that's to make it as equal as possible. There's not much you can do, really. It's literally just everyone has their own setups between the teams, and that's that. You just got to find the best one.
Wow, that is fantastic. So moving on to the final race then. How do you expect Archie, like, how can we expect Archie to finish today, or how can we expect the car to perform?
Nothing less than a win, I don't think.
Yeah, nothing less than a win. Nothing less.
Needs to be a win.
Yeah.
Needs to be a win. It'd be nice to round out the season with that, obviously, but yeah, I mean, we're in a good position, so hopefully we'll just go up from there.
Awesome. What can we expect for next season?
I don't know, it's up to him, isn't it?
Yeah, it's up to him.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow, that's fine. So, just finally, just about the engine and the components of the engine. So, I'm seeing the Ford C-Tech engine. I'm seeing a Ginetta air filter, alley radiator, suspension. Tell me a little bit about it. Like what components you use, what manufacturers you use.
Yeah, so the engine is pretty much as it is from Ford.
Yeah.
You can see, obviously, to stop anyone tampering it, you have these seals all over it, so you can't take anything apart.
Yeah.
And that's basically how it is from Ford. Most of the other stuff around it is all Ginetta. Obviously, like everything you can see is the engine's Ford. You have like steering racks from road cars and stuff like that, but most of the stuff are all just purpose-built, bespoke parts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's restricted as well. Under here you have a restricted plate, so you can't get too much airflow in. I think if it didn't have that, it would make something like 150 horsepower.
Wow.
But obviously they're all limited to 100. Obviously you have scrutiny, and after every race you will check random things to make sure no one's doing anything illegal. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Wow, thank you so much for your time and your interview. Really, really appreciate it. I know you have to get up, so we're not going to keep too much of your time, but thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it.
No worries, thank you.
Wow. So while Archie was preparing for the race ahead, we thought it best we head over to the paddock to find out more about the British GT Championship and how the teams are getting on. Right, so this is absolutely fantastic.
Team Parker Racing.
Yeah,
The British GT, it's the battle's ongoing. There's a safety car at the moment. They've got a couple of cars in the gravel. But yeah, this is calm before the storm. See the guys on the floor here, just waiting just before the pit stop. They come in. And then you've got the main engineer and the strategist on the left. And all the data for the car at that time. Obviously the live stream as well, you can follow the actual event. It's a mad stuff that's going on. You see on the left there the big fuel rig. That's what they refuel the car when it comes in, and then you've got the air jacks for the to lift the car when they put tyres on. But yeah, it's all a little bit sedate at the moment because of the safety car, but it'll kick off again shortly.
Wow. I mean, from a technology standpoint, you've got data being pulled directly from the car, so most probably the car ECU, straight to the computer, so you can have real-time analytics and data. It's absolutely fantastic. So right about now, we're outside McLaren, and this is where they do the GT Cup racing. Now, this is fantastic. I mean, normally we're around here for time attack, but this is like it's Formula One. Now, it's absolutely phenomenal. But we're outside of McLaren Optimum right now, and just going to go inside and see exactly how the race teams monitor each car that are actually live on the track at the moment. It's absolutely fantastic. It's now time for the final round of the Ginetta Juniors Championship. Archie has made his way through the paddock and is now on the grid line, ready to start. Tensions and nerves are running high, but we can only wish Archie the best. Let's see what happens as we embark on the final race of the season. Right, and the race has started and made an amazing start. We were on the paddock, we did try to get onto the paddock line, but this ain't time attack, this is televised. So we're just in the paddock right now, and we've got an amazing view of Paddock Hill and the rest of the track. Let's go. First of all is Hart, then Flex, Fernandez, Jocelyn, Sita. It's absolutely fantastic as they're coming round. Now these cars are only 100 brake horsepower, but these guys really make them go. Remember how light they are. That's what we have to remember. An amazing start, and remember this is a GP track. It's not the track that we're used to seeing in time attack. So let's go. So Archie's coming around now. Archie is up to 5th place, but he's really going for it. Now he's coming back around, like you can see him. Wow, look at this now. Come on, Archie. Come on, Archie. Come on. Oh, oh no. Come on, Archie. They're trying to bully him, but Archie, he isn't letting it go. He isn't letting it go. Watch this. Wow, did you see that? Now Archer's still in 5th. Let's see how it goes. There's 17 minutes of the session left. Right, so they're coming back around again. Archer's moved up another place to 4th place. He's coming back round, you see. Come on, Archie. Come on, Archie. Let's go. It's fantastic. Archie wants it. He really does. He really does want it now. In 2 laps, he's already moved up 2 places, which is fantastic. I am so excited to see the rest of this race. Now, Archer's car is very, very quick. It's only hundredths of a second between them all. Archer's just on a 150.146. Jocelyn's on a 150.619. And Fernandez is on a 150.105. And that's their best lap so far. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening as they come round again. To get into 3rd. If we get a podium finish, that would be absolutely fantastic. But we don't want to put too much pressure on him. Let the driving do the talking. Let's go. Don't let the speed fool you. This is real toe-to-toe, door-to-door racing. And Archie's really going for it, battling for that 3rd place spot. Even though all the cars are the same speed, it only takes one driver to make a mistake for another driver to capitalise and enhance his position. It's very exciting to watch. Right, so looking at TSL, Archie's dropped a place down to 5th, but now he's brought it back to 4th. We need one more place up to 3rd. Can he take Jocelyn? This is what we need to know as they come round again. They keep getting quicker and quicker and quicker. Let's see. He's on Jocelyn's tail. Absolutely on Jocelyn's tail, Archie. He wants that 3rd place. He's not going to stop. He isn't stopping. Let's go. Oh no, we're not sure what happened, but Archie's dropped down to 8th. Don't know. But for some reason he's dropped from 4th to 8th. We're not sure, so hopefully he can build it back up. There's 4 minutes left of the session. He was really battling for that 3rd place, and sometimes that happens when you're battling. Sometimes it opens up opportunities for other drivers, but I'm sure we'll find out from Archie exactly what happened. But unfortunately he's dropped down to 8th. But it's been a fantastic race so far, so let's see what happens in the next 3 minutes. So Archie's made up another place, it's back up to 7th, but still, let's see what happens. Now I'm not sure how the points are calculated. I don't know if it's a straight podium, 1st, 2nd, 3rd win, or whether points accumulated over the season. But you know, he seemed like he was fighting for 3rd place. Sometimes things can happen, but let's see. They're coming around again now, and I think this might be the final lap. He's made another place up to 6th place. Wow, what a driver! What a driver! Come on, Archie! Oh, someone's hit him! Oh no! I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Something sounds like I need to find the rules out about that. That looks like somebody rear-ended him. I'm not just saying that, but it looked like somebody rear-ended him there. Fantastic racing from the Ginetta Juniors, and I'm sure we'll find out exactly what happens from the man himself. What a brilliant day of racing. Although the ending wasn't as we hoped, we were honoured to have the opportunity to learn more about the Ginetta Juniors, not to mention getting behind the scenes and learning about some of the GT Cup teams. It's been fantastic. Archie Clark drove his heart out, and all we see is a professional young driver with endless potential, and we know Archie's going to bounce back in the future. And regardless of what the timings say, Archie's still a winner in our opinion. We want to thank the family for inviting us down, and we hope to see more of this next season.